Alright. I'm probably going to lose this in the end. I don't have a good record against R22. Probably don't need the lizard. Probably have some sort of defensive structure in there. Not a great lizard map with all this water. With that campfire there, I don't think he's going to be rushing me early.
Yes, your champion once.
Start with lizards, then go, because I might be able to pick something off if I run up that way to that little ledge, and then come down the flank. What is that? Ah, so he's going for tier 2s, which do tend to be better against. Okay, it's raccoons. Thought it would be. Who knows I'm gonna come.
Yes.
Okay, I'm fine with that. 6 lizards for 2 raccoons and a squirrel.
Yes, your champion
It's a good trade. That's what, 120 food for, well, that's 120 food for 120 food actually, so maybe not so good. Small advantage thanks to the squirrel I picked up, but I wanted to get a farm to make up for losing this farm.
Yes, Yo champion de avance.
Put a couple of lizards in there. Make it look like I'm running my minions over there.
You're gone, this John Hero. Yo lo talgan till yo bien siendo.
I think I probably want to attack.
Okay. Que voa.
I'm surprised that went that badly.
Dance.
I feel like I'm screwed if that gets out.
Yes, you're gone, his John Hero. Okay. Chalavu. Alguém quer estamos.
My cams are utterly terrible. Well, no, they took... Oh, you're fine. I need to go for a base race here. I think he might have not been able to afford that war.
Bosti al onovos. Lodginot.
How do raccoons like? Where did I go so wrong? Really wasn't taking great farmers. I don't feel like I was taking terrible fights, but Graf says otherwise. I think the real problem was when I had a successful first attack and then I pushed back in and lost my cams, and I think that's where it all went wrong. Needed to pull back. I don't know if I should have. I probably should have kept at least one cam warren. Maybe I should have even sold them. Oh, I could have just gone for the base race. Actually, that's probably what I should have done. Should have played to my out. Committed, left my squirrels there, taken my lizards up to hit the campfire, and the mill, because I don't know if he would have been able to get back and kill me. Might have. But it would have pulled his army away. I think Raccoon's is coming. Oh. That's fine. You didn't get the warrant. Let's go. Oh, my one's on the front line, it's very terrible.
Jest voyage and galbions. Looking ye call ye shit.
Putting a mole back here. No.
Italian, European scene.
Keep getting ahead on economy. Oh, he mowed my base. I have to go in there. Oh my goodness, that snake micro is terrible. Literally cost me the game there.
Give war. You're gone.
How is this mole still going? Oh my goodness, that was...
Lord's good.
Oh, because he's fallowed. Oh, that did so much damage to me. Those moles in the back did so much damage. I've lost. I was so close. I mismicroed that snake. It didn't hit the pit. It didn't hit the squirrels. I was just focus firing on one. Oh, that mole was... I thought my pigs could handle it. And I couldn't go back. I had to micromanage everything over there. Oh, but it just absolutely... I literally just checked the back for moles as well. I don't know, I just can't beat R22. I don't know why I struggle so hard with him. He feels so close every time, but I just can't get over the edge. Ocean versus Ben. Bit of squirrel poke. So we've got squirrel, pigeon, ferret, falcon, badger, wolf against squirrel, toad, pigeon, falcon, arrow, machine gun. Ocean's coming in with the squirrels, takes out those. Next. Ben hasn't even fully saturated this base. He's got a warren destroyed. The Ocean hasn't fully saturated this base either, but he's got a falcon on the way, and Ben has nothing but toads, and we just threw away another 60 food on that. Nil. Again, he's going to turtle up behind some turrets. 2 turrets really shouldn't be enough. And Ocean is going straight for the Badger as well. Ben is planning to go for some sort of base race with 3 toads, perhaps. Honestly, at this point, just sell the toads. They're not doing. Just take that 180 food and put it into. We'll get that 8th farm for a start, and get some more squirrels. But this game is basically over. Ben is not going to be anywhere near ready for this badger. Unless it gets supply blocked. I mean, even then, 2 falcons shouldn't be enough. Like, Ben is going to need a lot more. Badger, still supply blocked. He could just sell a squirrel warren. Nope, supply blocked. Badger, still. Ben is wasting so much food on these machine guns. These aren't really going to do anything. He can't hold. This is too much of a wide front line to try and defend. I mean, what happens if Ocean just goes around here? Okay, well the badger's finally paid for. A ferret is here, so Ocean, he could have honestly just taken these out, but playing it slow and steady. That ferret has, that's 120 food, plus some toads, so 180. Those ferrets are paid for themselves by any metric. over here. Honestly, Ben should have just given up. Machine guns are worthless against the ferrets, they just don't have the range to deal with them, they don't do hits. And now, yeah, now this should be GG. And the badge is even on its way.
I don't think.
Ocean, we're going to game 2. Apparently they're done. Which makes sense. I don't know. This guy knows he needs to do school. Okay, so apparently that might not have been the right guy. Which I think means Ocean wins by forfeit. Diving by default as well. So I take the bronze. And now the guy turns up, of course he does. I mean, he'd had half an hour. If you're 30 minutes later. Okay, so we got lizard, mole, ferret, cannonballs, balloon from R22, and against squirrel, pigeon, ferret, falcon, fox, machine gun from Ocean. Pick off a couple of squirrels. Ocean doing this thing where he leaves his army just out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why, but these squirrels are going to get picked off as soon as R22 gets it to... Well, honestly, they get picked off now. He has enough lizards. And yep. That's what happens. And then the reinforcements get picked up. Like, putting your army out like this, it means they have no defensive help from the Warrens or the pigs. And if you're waiting for reinforcements, then it just means that you're basically splitting your army in two. It isn't a good idea. so R22, upper mill, upper farm. Keeping even on the tier 1 front. Well, Ocean's going to get a bit ahead now with the squirrels. And it's possible with mass squirrel, Ocean can just walk forward. Lizards are pretty bad on defense, especially when they're outnumbered. But he's got the pig helping, and lizards tend to snowball. So now there'll be some rolling going down here. Ocean can get more farms, get up to tier 2, you can just keep spamming lizards. I'm gonna go for a wolf, really? Wolf and mass lizard are, it's kind of not a thing because your lizards kind of move too fast. You can't make use of the lizard's extra speed because they move faster than you. Like they cap, like your units are always going to cap out at however fast you are, unless you're doing something where you're over here and you're rallying units across the map. And it also means they outrun the... I mean, it's a problem for all the units, really. That with the wolf buff, they tend to outrun the wolf as well. But most units can still stay ahead of the wolf while being within range. Lizards will absolutely just outpace it. Wolf buff lizards will outpace it. Regular lizards probably won't. Well, they probably would, but they would have to go through it to get ahead of it, so it's kind of a silly point. Anyway. I mean, mass squirrel is a solid enough answer to mass lizards and ferrets and balloon. Honestly, if Ocean were attacking now, or at least before this balloon went up, probably have a pretty good shot. But he's already lost 6, 8 squirrels to that ferret. And then he gets a shot in. Now here comes the wolf. Okay, 1-0 R22. He is the pretty overwhelming favourite here. But never say never. Alright, Squirrel, Lizard, Skunk, Owl, Fox, Wire from R22 against Squirrel, Pigeon, Ferret, Falcon, Badger, Fox from Ocean. Ocean with a 5-farm squirrel. Heat supply blocks with another farm. R22 up to 8 farms much quicker than Ocean, which really has to be your priority. If you're going behind on farms like this, you need to get some sort of value out of it. It needs to be because you're going for a high-tech unit, or you're building up for an attack that brings your opponent's economy back down, or at least causes some sort of damage. At the moment, R22 has just placed himself in a massive economic deficit. Mass squirrels motion again. He's still behind on eco. R22 has some skunks up. Honestly, decent odds R22 takes this with his skunks, but he doesn't need to. All this barbed wire here, Ocean can't push through it. R22 probably hangs back and can just go for an owl. Or he's going to go for deck into a bunch of different tier 1s. I'm thinking maybe he goes for lizards and takes them down here, because all the army's on the wrong side. Easily pick off a warren or a farm. Okay, he's up to 16 farms. There's an owl and a fox. Ocean is keeping up on eco, which is good. But he's way behind on tempo. Because R22 is getting food from selling warrens. When you sell a warren, you get full value for the warren. As long as it's full, relative to its health, you know, proportional to its health. So a full health warren gives you full value for the warren, and then full value for each of its units. So selling a tier 1 warren, that's 60 food for the warren, and then 60 food for each individual squirrel, or lizard, or toad, or whatever. So that gives you 120 food that you can instantly use to just slam down into higher tech units. And if you're not in a fight, you don't really need the units themselves. You can, if you've got the time to rebuild them later, it's better to, you know, sell now, pay later. You know, invest in the infrastructure to build a bigger army. It's how you eke out little advantages. And it's why R22 has the money to fund 3 tier 3s, despite putting nearly 500 food in wire and basically staying even on eco the whole time. In fact, now he's actually falling behind, but it won't matter. Like these tier 3s are just going to walk straight over Ocean. If he was able to get out multiple badges, he might have a chance, because badges are quite good at dealing with owls. But the fox also kind of hard against apparently. just trying to get through this wire. Because Ocean has he don't have any cams or moles which can hit the wire, or boar, or the mice from the mice, moles, and chameleon can hit the wire just straight up. A boar, because it's an AoE effect, it can't attack the wire directly, but it will damage the fire if it's, you know, there are other units that it is attacking in there. But Ocean doesn't have any of those, so the only way he can deal with this wire is just walking straight through it. And he's going for 4 ferrets, which is exactly not what you want against mass tier 1, elves and fox. A ferret is bad against all of those units. What he wants to be doing is spamming badgers and pigeons right now. Badger with no pigeons gets killed before it can rev up. Right. R22 selling all his wire. He's taking this third base. Getting a couple of shots off with his fox. Just have to dodge those ferret hits. Grab the falcon. Oh. That fox should finish off the other fox. Alright, here we go, and that badger is dead. Like, that's how you counter a badger. You kill it before it can get its rev up. And fox instantly just does like half its HP. So if you're taking a badger against a fox, you want to have a lot of tier 1 around it that can absorb the hits, and a lot of pigeons to make sure it can stay healthy. Alright, R22 with Mole as his only tier 1. Is that going to be enough of a handicap? Ocean is going for the quick Squirrel Warren. This would actually be a perfect time to do a rush. And R22 even messes up that Mole rush by... Oh, he sold the Squirrel! Oh no! That was the worst thing Ocean could have done. Like, that Warren had a Squirrel out to defend it, it would have won. Selling it was a complete mistake because then he had nothing to defend the building Warren. And now R22 is going to have 2 moles, which will smash down these Warrens before anything comes up. Well, I mean, something would have got out. Ocean needs to just tank the hit and make sure he gets a Squirrel on the board. And then he can stop all the mole shenanigans. Because this would have been a great time to do a rush. Where you put down the early squirrels, and then your opponent either has to like really wait to get a chameleon out, or they're trying to defend with just moles against squirrels, which is such an easy fight for the squirrels. moles. Moles really can't act defensively. They're a unit you send in to crash through your opponent's structures so that your opponent can't tank with the warrens or anything. Or you just put them in your army because they are quite tanky units that build quickly, so they can absorb a bunch of shots. You really don't want them on the defense. Doesn't go well. Okay, another mill going up for R22. He's got 4 cams down. Probably enough to just walk across and take out the squirrels, honestly. Definitely if they're not in the warrens or with the pigs. If they're out in the open like this, 4 cams absolutely destroys that. Oh, hey Lucas. Here we go. Is he going to take the fight? He should. He's overthinking this. He's letting his farm get destroyed by trying to get the flank. But he's actually just let the squirrels all spread out. So now his chameleons have to take a bunch of damage walking from one pocket of squirrels to the other. If he'd just taken them head on, it would have been better. But hey, we all make mistakes. He probably didn't expect Ocean to see him and then just keep walking. Anyway, coming up to 6 chameleons now, and chameleons scale very well. This should be quite a devastating attack. But the chameleons aren't coming in all at once, which limits their effectiveness somewhat. Like those first 2 squirrels, chameleons came in one at a time, and that let the squirrels focus fire them down. But, you know, there's more. They get chased away. Economy is even. Ocean, does Ocean know about this mill? He knows that there's a mill there. He doesn't know that R22 has taken it. Ocean really wants to try and get out of Falcon Warren. He can't realistically hold against 8 cams from a concentrated assault. He definitely doesn't want to be leaving. He wants to be playing defensively. If he gets 1 Falcon Warren, then these chameleons are all screwed. But that is exactly how you want to use chameleons. All at the same time, in the sides, and squishy units. That is exactly how you want chameleons to go, and I don't see how Ocean recovers from this. Oh look, there's a mole one hidden up here. And a ball coming out just in case this doesn't do it. So, you know, R22 is going to wait until the squirrels move out or get rallied, and then he can just stand all the way on the opposite side of the map where he is now, rally his moles, and they'll come down to hit the warrens. Which is what he did to me, essentially. There it is. Hit the rally. Now, if the squirrels go out to defend this, they run into the horde of chameleons. So Ocean actually just gives up all his warrens for free. I don't think it matters. Look at how much these chameleons just destroy. I think one of them went down there. And this is going to be GG's. Alright, well, a very short PBC. Pretty rare to get them under an hour, but we had a few numbers and one of them didn't turn up. So, hopefully we'll get better numbers next week. I can't stick around, I actually have to get back to work. It's the pupillage window today till the 22nd. If you know what that is, you know. If you don't, Google it. Or just take my word for it. That I've got other stuff I need to do. But thanks for coming all the same. I might not have bothered uploading this one to YouTube, but I guess that decision has already been made in the future, and you are either watching it on YouTube, whatever. I can't waste time with causality. I need to go. Thanks for coming. Have a good night. Toodles.